I thought it was one of the most masterful explanations as to why any GM should build around Michael Jordan. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what Spencer Dinwiddie had to say and what Gilbert Arenas had to say, and then we're going to come back and react to his comments. So take a listen to what Gilbert Arenas had to say there.
Who would you choose #1 in an all-time draft to like lead your franchise? The way you said, like with a new owner, they're going to give up, hey, you just came in the ownership group, here's #1 pick. That's what you said. Who are you choosing to lead your franchise all time? For 20 years,
Jordan.
You really?
I'm going cold. I'm going cold.
Because
Really?
Nah,
I'm going cold.
you can go, but you got Jordan.
That's fine, but I'm splitting image. I'm getting 5 out of them.
Huh?
I'm getting 5.
Kobe my favorite player of all time, but like from a business perspective, the league and all that other stuff, I'm choosing Bron. I get 20 years.
We got one sensible
I
human being
get
on
20
this.
years.
Okay, you got 20.
And he's a Swiss Army knife. He's going to play 1 through 5. I can go get me a Wade to kind of sort of try to deal with Jordan and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I can go get, but like who? 1 through 5.
Well, you got 20 years. Now, if you can tell Jordan to rewind back and say, hey, there's going to be a guy that's going to put up 20
We
years.
can't do that.
No, but what I'm saying is there's going to be a kid that's going to put up 20 years, right? And he's going to break the scoring record. Now go. He's not retiring ever.
Yeah.
He's not going to retire. Get him at 40, he averaged 20. Missed 2 years, came back, averaged 20. He missed a year and a half, came back, won 3 straight championships. There's not out of the something years he played 9. He played 82 games.
But that's an if though.
82 games.
That's
He
an if
played
though.
82 games in 9 seasons. 81, and then he has an 80.
No, I'm listen.
But that's what I'm saying. So
I'm
we're talking
I'm
about somebody
saying- but I'm not saying who I don't like more though.
during the years. We're talking about during the years where he was getting clotheslined.
Yeah.
82 games.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about durability, now you say 20 years. I get him for 20 years, knowing that hey, this kid played for 20 years. But now he's gonna take that challenge.
But I'm saying though, that's a big if. And I'm not saying who I like more because I like Mike and Kobe more. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm the owner, you know what I'm saying? That's how I try to look at the best player of all time debate versus like who I like. Because if I'm saying who I like, I just say Kobe. Like I'm taking Kobe. Like Spencer Dinwiddie's taking Kobe. But like, if I'm like, okay, I'm an owner, I just stepped into this thing, I could draft one person all time, and I know my franchise is gonna be straight for 20 years, and I'm gonna go to the finals at 16 out the 20 years, I'm making a ton of money the whole 9. I could put anybody around him. You know what I'm saying? I could put a point guard with him, or I could put a center with him. Or I could put anybody else. Like, that's a tough,
I would. I usually go LeBron because I get everything. But when you're talking about what made Jordan Jordan, he didn't have a reference to follow. He was the best player on
But I think,
ever.
but I'm saying to be Magic though.
What I'm saying, he was considered the best player ever by his second championship. So from there, he just around. Like it's not like LeBron's chasing someone.
Yeah.
So he's like, I still got to keep playing. The other one already got the crown of the best ever before he had 18,000 points. 18,000 points. He was considered the best player to ever touch this game. Everything else was cream on top. So they're never going to give you the spot. But if you can tell Jordan, who is hey, listen, there's a guy that's coming. So you have to put 20 years. Now no one's touching it. Because he was playing 80 games. If you add the 3 more years, you're guaranteed 80 games out of Jordan. That's one thing that you can look at his resume and say, he played every game.
Yeah.
Like there was no, during an era where they were the most physical.
Yeah.
So now you got an era where there's nobody physical like that. Oh my God, I mean, it's. So I gotta take what I seen here and take all the elements, right?
I'm saying it's a big
and then say, here, no physical, no defense, they can't clothesline you. Who the is stopping you? Yeah. What's your attributes?
No, I'm not.
So I gotta.
Hey, I told you I like Jordan more.
20 years.
It's tough.
And his work ethic to the point where you're talking about Jimmy Butler was on this. Now you got put Jimmy Butler and the Kobe's mentality with Russell Westbrook, put them together. That's Michael Jordan's in practice.
So you heard what he had to say. First of all, let me say this. I got to commend Gilbert Arenas. He put forward some arguments that had never occurred to me. One of them being MJ was already considered the greatest player of all time by the time he scored 18,000 points.